What's up, everybody? So the video you're about to watch was recorded when I came back from the Tail of the Dragon, and yeah, actually most of it was like right after the Tail of the Dragon. So it was the end of September, the first week of October. I recorded my reaction then. I have edited it a couple of times, so that's why I haven't put the video out yet. I've been editing the crap out of it. I've actually put out other videos and been busy with real life and real work and getting COVID and other stuff, namely the control arms and suspension on this car. But all that's done, so now I can finally finish this video. So enough with me rambling. This video took place weeks before the two most recent videos. Sorry I got it out so late, but I've been kind of busy, and these videos take a lot of energy and a lot of time to put together, edit, etc. So here it is, and I'll be quiet now. Enjoy the video. Catch you later. You guys like that intro? Check this out. This is Leo's daughter. Yep, this is Gordelio's sister. And I kind of wish I would have took her on the trip, because her and Gordelio are like this. Leo was fighting for attention because he's used to being the #1 guy on the road trips, not her. Gordis, come here. Here's Gordelio. Oh, he's a big boy. Here's Gordelio. You guys remember him from the road trip? So what'd you think about that intro? You like that? I think it was one of my better intros. I figured with Halloween coming up, it was perfect to put an intro like that with that kind of music in there. And it's all. I just want to real quick talk about the trip and address a few things. So overall, the trip was great. You guys saw my previous video, the 6,000 mile, 11 day, 6,000 mile review. This is a little bit more detailed about that. Most of the trip was very positive. All the way there, all the way back. It was great. So let's talk about in detail things I said in the previous video, where it was 6,000 miles in 11 days. So and I said I was going to tell you why I left early and all the details to it, and that's exactly what we're going to do right now. So got my cup of coffee, or as they'd say in the UK, my cuppa. So first and foremost, when I did this trip, I was excited, just like I was the previous year. But I think last year, because it was the first time I did that trip, I was just so excited and so amped up to do the trip, it didn't even faze me the distance. Driving east as far as I did this year really wore on me. The next 2 days, or I should say that since from Minneapolis down to Bryson City to where the cabin was, were pretty decent days. I mean, we had some horrible traffic and I don't mean horrible as in like they slowed us down. The only place we really hit hard traffic was Nashville, but we were getting cut off left and right. Tractor trailers were just giving us the middle finger and just trying to take cars out. At one point, 3 of the 4 guys that were in front of me in one of those little short videos I put on Instagram, I didn't record this part, but they got pretty much driven off the road. And luckily, they were able to get on the shoulder and then get back on, and there was no incident. But it's because a truck driver swerved. I mean, from my point of view, and I was like 4 cars back, it looked like it was on purpose. He swerved to push them off the road. It's really messed up. I've never seen anything like that. The one incident I wish I would have recorded. God, I wish I would have recorded. So there was this old bus converted into an RV. It looked like like an 80s rock band bus. And so we're going through Knoxville and we're cooking. And this bus is rolling. I got out of the way. The bus passed me. I couldn't believe it. This bus was doing over 90 miles an hour. I saw that bus leaning one way or another, and I was like, oh, he's going to lose it. He's going to lose it. And he never did. He never did. But I'm going to tell you, at least a few times, I swear I saw, wheels on one side of the bus up in the air. God, I wish I would have had that on video. I really wish I would have. The day we arrived Brazos City, that's the day we did the Dragon. It was a sunny day. And the guys did the Dragon further days. That was the only day I did the Dragon, I should say. Anyways. Nice. And like I told one of the other guys, I've been on the Dragon many times. I used to live in Savannah, Georgia. So I used to go to the Dragon yearly, sometimes twice a year, and usually on a motorcycle. Well, actually, every time on a motorcycle. I've only done it in a car since I moved to the West Coast, which is ironic that I've driven cross country in a car to do it in a car. It's a technical road. And what I mean technical is you got to stay inside your lanes. You got to not be too hot in the turns. You got to stay in second gear. Third gear is just too much. It's too much speed. It's too windy, too twisty, but most important of all, it's too much traffic on the road. There's accidents and crashes all the time, and nobody wants to be a part of that. And there's a million other roads in the Smokies that I think are more pleasurable. They're not as hard, and they're not as they don't have that check the box feel that the Dragon does. But there's a lot more roads in the Smokies that are nicer. So we get down there, we get to the cabin. The cabin was exactly as promised, but did not live up to the expectations of the marketing. That's all I'm going to say about the cabin. I really appreciate Auto Amateur setting it up and let me participate in it. But after one night, I just left. I didn't leave right away, but I knew after I woke up the first morning, after being in the cabin, I was not going to stay there. I was not comfortable there. It was just awkward the entire time. The gravel road going up to it was really bad shape. And it just didn't meet my expectations. That's pretty much the bottom line about the cabin. It wasn't a bad place. It was actually really nice. The guys had a good time. I could see from their pictures and videos they enjoyed it. So I decided, even though I paid for the 3 or 4 nights, I just stayed the one night and left. So it is what it is. I forfeited the rest of my money, but so what? I feel bad, and I regret I left early, only for one reason, because I didn't get to spend time with those guys. When I did this trip long distance, I didn't do this trip to go see the cars. I didn't do this trip to go see the Dragon. I didn't do this trip to get fame or ride someone's coattails. I did it to hang out with my buddies, for camaraderie, for friendship, because that's how I am. That's who I am. If you live on the other side of the planet and you need my help, or you just need to hang out with me or something, I'll get on a plane and come see you. That's just how I am. That's how I'm built, So the cars are just things. They're replaceable. Who cares? They're not as special as people. They're special, sure, because they're cars and they're what we enjoy, but they're not people. They're replaceable. People are not. Friendships are not. Negativity. So the rest of this video is going to be just the short clips of things that I've already posted of driving to Colorado, driving through the Salt Lake. Oh, I haven't posted the Salt Flats. The Salt Flats. Zoom in on the Salt Flats when you're watching it, and you'll see there's vehicles all around me. One of the things I didn't mention in my post on Instagram or Facebook was there was a Toyota Tundra following me around as soon as I got there. I don't know if he was who he was, if he was in charge of the speedway there or what, but there was a Toyota Tundra following me around from the second I got there. I did 1 or 2 donuts, and I really did want to rip it open, but though it's hard to see in the video, there's cars around me, and there was people with their dogs off the leash. The dogs were running around, so I wasn't going to take the risk of hurting somebody. I did drive down to where the speedway is, and there's cones for the track. I believe what I saw was the 5-mile track, not the 11-mile track. But and I for a few seconds I contemplated, let me get on that and just blast in one direction. But there was a wedding party at the end of it with a professional photographer, Everybody was taking pictures. Everybody was smiling. And I was like, I don't want to be the a-hole that ruins it for them. They're trying to, it's their special day. And here I'm going to just blast down there. Oh, and worse, what if I can't stop? Because the consistency of it was like when you first drive on the Salt Flats was felt like it was cement, but as you start rolling, it was like hard slush. And so I never got past like maybe 40 miles an hour. So I couldn't tell you what it feels like at high speed. But it was very wet. It was very moist. I was kind of surprised at how moist it was because it looked like it was dry on the surface. But as soon as your tires break it up by driving on it, it's very wet. And it sticks to everything. There was a part where right behind the sign where it said the Bonneville Flats Motor Speedway. Right behind that, there was standing water for probably a few hundred yards. So I definitely wasn't going to drive that. And then there were signs on the other side by the interstate that said, enter at your own risk. So all the combination of people, the guy following me, the water, the wedding party, the dogs on the loose, I didn't open it up. I know I've been sent messages by people, why didn't you open it up? That's why. So... See that sign? Yellowstone National Park? We were going to go there, but unfortunately, I found out this late last night when I checked in, and I looked it up this morning. The north entrance to Yellowstone is still closed. So the only way to go through Yellowstone is to backtrack past Bozeman and go in the west entrance, and then we can come out the east. By doing that, though, it adds a significant, I'm talking about hours, to my trip, not including the miles. I mean, the miles are going to go up as well. So I think we're gonna skip Yellowstone on this trip. I've been there before. It sucks. I really wanted to go, but that's all right. I've been there. I've seen. So we made it to exit 292 in South Dakota, or North Dakota. I keep wanting to say South. North Dakota. We are about an hour from Fargo, and we had to stop and catch this beautiful sunset. Boys are eating their dinner. Leo doesn't want to eat because he's being stubborn. Cordelio has no problem eating. He ate all his breakfast and dinner. Leo's just being extra stubborn today.
Kind of right in the middle.
not gonna believe where I am. Where are we, dogs? Where are we? Shall we show them where we are? We are in the Bonneville Salt Flats. I don't want the dogs to get out here because the salt will get all over their feet. But this stuff looks like snow and ice. That's pretty thick. It's actually easy to drive on. I thought it'd be harder to drive on, but it's bumpier than I expected. But I guess I have to get up to speed. But that's what it looks like. Especially with the sun setting, it's just beautiful out here. And I got to remember where I came in. Okay, I don't want to go too far and then I forget where I came in. It's hard. It's like cement. It's like cement. That area over there. See, that's actually where the signs. That's actually where the signs say that the Land Speed Record Speedway part is. It's over there, but it's all wetnesses is closed. We'll give it one little subtle run, but I don't want to go too far because it's going to get dark soon, and you see this is public land, so there's people out here. So since there's so many people out here, I don't want to mess it up. But let me take some pictures and then we'll get the heck out of here.